Hi, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. Another insomniac night. Just kidding. Being silly, like always. Don't forget, if you are new to my channel, head down here. There, there. There is a subscribe button. Hit that, ring that bell, and get notifications every time I am live and or post videos. As well as like, thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs up. They're located down there as well. And if you give me a thumbs down, it helps me too. But just saying, thumbs up, guys. As well as share videos if you like them. I'm just getting this turned on. It's another night. Same thing as last night. I am Insomniac piecing a random project. And I started cutting. I was like, wait a second. I need to do it all live so that I can remember what numbers that I cut. Because I'm not writing anything down. It's all in the videos. So, hi, Vicki. So I'm going to get to it. I brought over some pieces and then cut these. And I was like, what am I doing around here? Oh, yeah, got to turn it on. So, let me turn this. I have to have it on the charger now because I have very little power on my phone. I'm pretty sure it'll stay charged while watching myself. All right, so remember, they were 10-inch squares. This is what I was working on last night. They were 10-inch squares. I washed them. And they smell delicious now, like fabric softener with a vinegar hint. But that won't matter because the whole quilt, when it's finished, will get washed. So they came out like 9.5 by 9.25 by 9 and whatever by 9. Yeah, they're really funky. So I just kind of laid one side out, aligned all those sides as nice as possible, and then trimmed it as flat as possible. Took a measurement of how big, till my last and final end, because some pieces are bigger than others, and then divided that by whatever number I wanted to get the cuts I need. This one I decided I wanted 4 cuts, so I cut 1.5 inch, 2.5 inch, 3.5 inch, and 1.5 inch again. This one I didn't take the measurement of, though. I just kind of cut 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and 1.5. And it left a little sliver at the end. More than I've been wasting this whole time, but enough to where it doesn't really matter. And I don't know what happened here. Did I lose my feed? Oh, it still says it's going. Look at that. I got a yawn. I just got done quilting in the garage. So keeping myself busy. So this stack that I brought over here is a stack of 7 pieces. These ones were the leftover. There were 7 left over, so there's repeats in this one. So I'm just going to kind of just move them around and hope if it doesn't line up, and I'll move them around again if I have to. I'm just kind of putting 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. I'm not really counting. I'm just changing them so that they don't land in the same spot, and I'm hoping they don't. But we'll see when I start sewing. So this is mindless piecing. Everything is finger pressed until the very end, and then I'll go over to the iron and press regularly. So for now, I'm just going to leave the phone right here so that I can see. I'm hoping that that goes away, that whole spirally spinny thing. Do you guys have a spirally spinny thing? Oh, I don't anymore. Okay. Just needed to refresh my screen. All right, so I ended up binding the rest of the quilts that I needed to bind today. I had 2. I don't know why I slacked yesterday. I don't know what the hell I was doing. So many things. But I came on last night saying, I didn't feel like binding. I'll do something else. That's when this came along. But I bound them today, and I quilted up. I went to the quilt shop to get some thread so that I can quilt. So there is a finished quilt hanging up on my clothesline behind you. So I'm not going to take it off the clothesline, but when I do turn the camera for the pressing part, I will show you guys as much as the camera will show of the quilt. But it's finished. I did, however, quilt a little bit more than a quarter of the quilt on live on Facebook. So if you are new to my channel and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Head over to the description below, which will take you to the Facebook group. Join that group and you can see quilting videos there. All right. So what did I say I did again? Oh, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and 1.5. And I'm going to put them exactly in this order, like that. Actually, no, I want both 1.5s next to each other, like that. 1.5, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. I think that will look cool. All right. Same procedure as last night. Must be sleeping. Oh. I only had the yawns because I've been standing for hours and the girls left and blah, 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 blah. So that's the only reason why I have the yawns right now. I'm actually not that tired. Plus, it's only midnight 23 right now. 12:23, so it's not really that late. All right, so the pieces that I cut, for a reminder, my background pieces, strips are 2.5, or I mean 2 inches. I went with a random number. Normally I would do 2.5. I went with 2-inch strips, and I'm just leaving them a strip and chain piecing all of these on here. But when I get it up a little bit to the thing, I think I'm going to just cut them as I chain piece. Oh, wow. I forgot that I basted something earlier on here. My stitch length is like 1/8 of an inch apart or more. I can't believe I forgot all about that. Okay, now it should be a regular stitch length. There we go. You guys saw how that worked just now, right? It like literally went really far, really fast, because it was like 1/8 of an inch between each stitch. I was helping do something for one of the kids today, so I needed to use a different stitch than normal. All right, so I'm just going to put all these on and then cut. I got to stop before I get too far to cut, because that one I went too far. So I should be able to get 4 per strip. And I'm just going to pre-cut them with scissors as I go. Grab another one and just keep going. Like I said, these ones are a little mixed up, but I don't think anyone's going to know when I go to cut this whole project and subcut all the pieces that I'm making, that these were all the same pieces over and over and it wasn't part of the other one. Because I think it's missing 2 prints. But that's okay. Alright, one more. Just laying it on here, matching it up sort of. Trim off the bottom. Save these little pieces. I have a little pile over there that I've been making of them. Alright, grab another strip. And I should have grabbed 2 more strips, but I didn't. What are you doing up, Vicky? Can't sleep? You're the only one that I see here, so I refreshed it. I couldn't tell. It is Tuesday night. People do sleep during the week. Not me. I'm an insomniac. My body's kind of tired, but my brain is just going a mile a minute. And one more for this set of numbers. Oops, I don't know why I just did that. Because I'm a moron sometimes. Alright, Again, I'm just saving those pieces. That way, all I have to do is snip these apart. And finger press to the dark. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and add the next one and then do the 2.5 because it's going to be in the same order no matter what I do. Not ordered by color, but I meant the 1.5, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. That order will still be the same. And yes, I am purposely putting the background color in between every piece because I am going to subcut everything. Oh, can't sleep. I haven't even tried yet. I will in a little while, but I figured I'd do this first. Who else is here, by the way? I see four watching. Could be more, could be less. I don't know. And if you can't type, then that's okay. I was just curious. It's late. Some people don't chit-chat when it's late. Some people just watch, so. Sorry, I need my mouse close to me. I need to put my mouse by me. Because every time that screen does something I can't see, but I like to be able to see, I'll see more words faster than looking this way. Looking up is easier than looking to the side, if that makes any sense. So again, I'm just scissor cutting these pieces away. And I found it to be easier to scissor cut in the beginning last night, I think. It makes more sense to just scissor cut them now since there's no specific size that they actually are. I think I need to grab 2 or 3 or 4 more of the background color strips. I could actually start using all my longer ones, these ones. So I will grab those and a couple of these just in case. Okay. I still have yet to decide on what I'm going to do with these blocks once I make blocks out of these. So I'm in my own mind thinking what is going to happen because I'm mindlessly doing it. Oops, I should have cut before I got that far. Oh well, if nobody else wants to chat, it's okay. Don't bother me. Just was curious. Curious. So again, I'm going to snip them all apart, keeping them in the same order because I'm hoping that no 2 same colors will end up on it. And now I'm going to finger press to the dark because I'm folding it under And now I'm going to start adding the 2.5 inch parts. I'm going to bring them up next to me over here so that I have a better visual on making sure that no of the same colors are going to line up in this. Got to find something to put between those garden blocks. Or does that mean Dresden blocks, Vicky? Sorry. Wasn't sure. Okay, so I already got to this first one right here with the color that was exactly the same. So I don't want to put two of the same ones on. So I'm just going to flip that to the bottom and grab the next piece. Hopefully they'll all be different. And I'm back to another one that's the same. So I'm going to put it to the bottom and grab another until they are all mixed up. And I'm finger pressing to Dresden. Okay, I kind of figured. What do you mean something to put between them? Like sashing, you mean? Oh, these ones are definitely chintzy on the amount of fabric. Ooh wee, these ones really came out short. Alright. Put this one on this one, brown one on that one. Okay. I'm trying to make sure that they're getting mixed up good because it came back to the same pieces again. I'm probably going to have to put the next pieces with these purposely. Oops, just put that one with that one. This one with this one. Purposely have to put them together just right when I get that next yellow piece. Not really yellow, but cream, buttercream. That's the word for it, buttercream. It's a buttercream color. I don't know the actual color because the bolt that it was on is for something totally different because I get empty bolts from the store, so to wrap up yardage that I get lots of. But it's probably something called buttercream or similar. Alright, so I gotta do this 2 more times with the buttercream color. Okay. What I think I'm gonna do, yeah, I'll just start using these now because they're right here. Just gonna start sewing these. Cutting off the smaller bits. Putting it in my pile. Grab another. Remember in the center there are those parrot birds. Yeah, I remember that. Did you, what's the word for it? You didn't figure out like how to sash them or something or go around them? Is that what you're trying to do? now I'm like not as shitty chatty because I don't know what to say. There's nobody talking besides Vicky. Sashing color. So do you want the sashing color, Vicky, to match the Dresden blocks or the parrots? If that makes any sense. Background is purple. So use like a light blue. Don't you have some light blues in your Dresdens? I'm grabbing things. I don't even know what I'm grabbing. Can you tell? I meant to grab this. Meant to grab that. Ended up grabbing this. Not doing that. Blah, blah, blah. And one more of this one. Then start. I'm going to pair them up for these because, I don't know, for some strange reason, it just doesn't seem like they're gonna I'm gonna end up with the right one at the end. So I want to make sure that they are all different. Actually, you know what I decided just now, since this is random anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and put a 1.5 inch on each end instead of keep going. See how I change my mind like that? So I'm gonna go ahead, separate all these. And then I'm going to put 2 1.5 inch strips with every single one of these pieces after I finger press. So this one, we'll put this one with it and this one with it. So those two will go on this one. Finger press this to the dark. We'll put this one with this one and this one. So there's number 2. I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to get them mixed around enough. This one and oh no, yep, we're going to have issues trying to match these last ones up. Those 2. This one will get this. Not that, not that. Well, it looks like it's going to have a repeat, so it's going to get this one. You can't help it. There's repeats now. Doesn't matter though. We'll make it work. They're not on the same side, so I guess that's a plus. Okay, this one on this side, and that one on that side. So that one got 2 different ones. And this one, we'll get this on one side and this on one side. And the last one, I get those 2. All right. So put that on this side, and that on this side, and I don't like that. So we're going to steal this one and swap that one. There we go. All right, so now to line these up, sashing color backgrounds, purple, we have lots of dots in plain blue, a dark purple. Then use a plain blue with a dark purple cornerstone. So, back to these. I'm going to sew one side. I'm going to flip it around, sew the other side on. And I have a feeling that this quilt will have a lot of scrap, but unfortunately that one cannot be helped with this due to the fact that my pieces were wonky and stuff in the first place. So it has a lot of trimming that had to be done. So they're not all the same length. I'm trying to line up at least one side. Right, 2. Let's do another one. Hi, Misty. There's not as many people with us here tonight, but it's a Tuesday. And a lot of people have jobs. Okay, that one's done. Wait, did I do both sides? I did. Look at that. Me and my can't thinking brain. All right, now let's do this one. And I still have 1, 2, 3 more groupings to do. And I think I'm going to do one of them just in half, 2 pieces. So it'll be the shortest set. And then if that works out, I'll probably do it again. We'll see. I like them more than once, but they don't have to all be cut a bazillion times. Especially since I don't really know what I'm doing when I get further. I'm still clueless. And 2 more. Should have brought some gum in here with me. I think I have some Starburst or something. Aha! I'm gonna have Starburst while we hang out, guys. And I'm gonna eat every single one because there's only 5 here. We're gonna start with pineapple. These are the tropical ones. Right? Yeah, tropical. Okay. More. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna get cut again. All right, let's go plug the iron in and turn the camera. And I do have a disaster over here. Oh, and here's that. I just did that on Facebook Live. It's all nice and quilted. That one's the one I did. It's called Simple Slice that I designed. And something just fell apart. And I don't know what. And it's sticky greasy. What the heck? I don't know what just fell apart. Oh, it looks like my stand. Okay. Yep. Gross. I got sticky, greasy finger. Okay, I'm going to take this next stack over, lay it down, and then I'm going to come over here, plug the iron in. Add a little bit of water. I need to remind myself tomorrow to clean my iron that has burnt carpet on it because it fell down onto the carpet while it was hot and it melted the carpet. Got to bring my phone over or else I can't see comments. Thank you, Vicky. I think it's pretty too. All right, I'm just grabbing a Starburst real quick. I'm on the orange color one. All right, I'll move those over there. My finished blocks, these are the ones that I've been doing so far. Well, technically they're not finished. They're just the first part is done. So I'm gonna press, add some steam. Although this iron does not steam very well. I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's a Proctor Select. Oh. Nice and flat. Put it over here. Yeah, I don't think, once these are in the quilt that I'm making, I don't think anybody's ever going to know that this pile was not a matching set. Because I don't even know what I'm making yet. And so far, it already looks cool. We are expecting rain, snow, and wind Thursday. So after your doctor's appointment, you're coming home and hope to get a bunch of sewing done. Awesome. I don't like the snow part of what you just said, but getting some sewing done. Hi, Brenda. I wish we would get some rain, though. If you're getting rain, just kind of blow it my way. Because we need some rain here. It's been long enough without rain since the last time it rained. Okay. Next. They said snow here too. I don't either, hon. I stay home when it's snowy and icy out. Thank you, Brenda. I think they are too. I'm having fun. Sorry, and I'm still trying to pick out. I think about eating chewable candy like what I'm eating. Now I can't think of the name. Starburst. is that they get stuck in my what I have left of teeth, and it gets stuck, and then I have to pick it out. I mean, what I have left of back teeth, at least. I have all my front teeth. I'm just missing some molars. Thanks to medication from having MS. So those of you who think medication helps, it really don't. It rots your teeth. Just like any drug, probably. Drugs rot people's teeth. I don't know about marijuana, though, because I haven't ever heard anything about marijuana rotting teeth. But it's like anything else. You smoke it, so it sits on your teeth. It turns them yellow, and turning them yellow is going to rot them. Down in Texas, it's not normal here as much. We get it, but not like y'all. We don't get it here in where I live in Arizona. All right, let's put this here. Move this out of the way, and I'm going to cut these ones not in half, but to where I have two nice cuts. And I won't even have a real measurement because I'm just going to straighten it and cut after I open this. All right, so I'm going to put it on a line and make weird, funky sounds from my mouth. Smacking sounds, I guess. All right, I'm going to straighten it out. And this will be the only set that I cut in half. Actually, I should do it twice, honestly. Because that way, everything blends a lot better. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do two sets. Mostly in half. I am going to line it up on a line, so technically it's 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4. And the other one, I'm not going to get that. We're going to get to a little bit further. It looks like 4.5. And then I'll check real quick to make sure that I got all the pieces. Looks like it. All right, so 4 3/4 and 4.5 are my cuts from this setup. So all I have to do is join one piece in the middle. They discovered it when he got kicked and trampled by a horse. Shattered his jaw. He has no teeth. MD. What's MD? Muscular dystrophy? I don't know all the short terms for everything. Ah. Hi, Michelle. Mystery Quilt Tiffany and all of the colors. Binding tutorial really helpful. Thank you. Aha, so you caught that? I was going to record, and then I was like, who's going to hold the camera? Then I got to press pause. Then I got to do this. Then I got to do that. And then I would have still had to edit. I needed to get 2 done. And I did 2 in one video, so I was able to repeat the process technically, because you can't do that in any other video, right? So yeah, I made sure I got it done. This is so hard to chew. I can't just suck on them either. Alright, I'm just going to put 1 to the bottom. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. Alright, here we go. And put it on, cut it, put it on, cut it. Now there's so much stuck in my teeth. But I needed some kind of candy. I should have just went to my room and grabbed my mic and knife. It's not like I really eat much candy. I just eat a little bit, a couple pieces here and there. Especially the stuff that sticks to my teeth and gets stuck in my empty areas. I couldn't imagine what it's like to eat with no teeth, because I have the no teeth, but no teeth all around. You'd have to just suck on this stuff. I have just any kind of, sometimes chips and stuff will poke on the gum, and it actually hurts my gums because it hits the nerve just right. I don't like it. We'll be trying the binding technique soon. It's very simple. Don't forget, it's best if you use a littler ruler, because you have, you left open, let's say, 10, 12 inches between the two. Use that little ruler. Make sure, let's see if I can line this up right here. Pretend this is binding, right? We're going to pretend this is binding. I'm just going to reiterate on this real quick while we're here. This is binding. You just cut the one side, creating your straight line real quick because there's selvage still, most likely. And this one you have pulled out of the way for now. Say it's attached, and this is attached, and this is your opening. So you made a nice straight cut. Put the ruler down the 2.5 inch mark on this side of it. So here's the edge that you just cut. You want 2.5 inches or whatever size you cut your binding to where it's covering the piece with the ruler, so you see it under there. Then when you bring your other piece over, like so, you want to cut right here at the edge of the ruler. Just hold the ruler down the whole time, because say it's stitched down right here. If you use a bigger ruler, you're going to get stuck and you're going to create a lip. You don't want that. So use the smaller ruler. Say you're lined up right here and you need to cut, and it's right here at the edge of the ruler. Use the edge of the ruler and a pair of scissors and just go snip right against the edge of the ruler. And then if you have to straighten anything, just pick it up, straighten it really carefully, put the two together, say this was the fold, like this and like this. You would put this one would go down and this one would face up. That way when you open it, after you sew from that corner to corner, it becomes a bind. It's so much easier to me than having to take and pull this away, cut this diagonal, pull this away, make sure that's cut back, you know what I mean? And then make sure that you even cut them just right to join them, because I've done that so many times where I ended up cutting more than I needed to, like even if it was just a 1/2 inch, and then the pieces wouldn't even connect, and you have to add to it and cut down the other way more and start all over. It's a hassle. So the way I do it with the ruler, it's guaranteed you're not going to mess up. It's going to land in the spot it needs to every time. So I just use the smaller ruler. It makes it a little easier. And I got to use my finger to get more of this out of my mouth. Looking up, check a quilt. Already read that. Hard with no teeth. Oh, you mean for candy or any kind of food? Brenda's husband still eats everything with no teeth, so I don't know how, unless he just like gnaws on it. I wouldn't be able to eat potato chips and things like that, because that would just hurt. If it hurts my gums to even eat candy, or chips, and it pokes, or it's a lot of pressure with candy, I wouldn't be able to do it. Going to try the corner tip too. You mean the mitered corner? All right, where was I? Well, I have all these. I can just use these up now. Oh, don't fall. Anything hard. Okay. So you can't have anything hard when you have no teeth. I eat hard stuff, but I try to chew it a specific way on one side of my mouth that has teeth. All right, let's use another one of these. Remember, this is only 2 pieces, so this should go faster. And I'm going to do it again with the next bundle. I'm just going to do a couple pieces because that way it goes faster. Just do 2 and 2. But I'll change the numbers. I'll have one really wide one and a really short one. That way whatever I subcut will still look good. One right here. I'm going to trim that piece off because I didn't get it. Trim this one because I wasn't paying attention. And one more. All right. Snip apart, finger press to the dark, and sew on the other side of my buttercream background. Can't eat bacon. Oh man, I would go crazy. I have to have bacon. Chips do make his gums hurt. Well, chips would make anybody's. I mean, chips kind of hurt, period. Did I totally just forget what order I was in? Because now it's, I guess it doesn't matter, honestly. As long as it's not the same piece, because these are the piles that the 7 pieces are different. I'm pressing to the dark, which is what I'm doing with all of this, because it's not that this is see-through, but I don't want it to end up see-through because I am using rich colors with a lighter background. So that's an also suggested thing. I know everyone says sometimes you can't press to the dark, but if you're using really rich colors, you're going to have to figure out how. If you're blending rich colors with a really light color, you need to figure out how to press to the dark. If it doesn't work with the block or something, then just snip those seams and at the ends and then press it to the dark. Because it's really hard to hide it once it's quilted. All right, I'm going to bring this up here. And I'm just going to put this one here, and I'm going to start adding, and then they should, in theory, be completely opposites of one another. I have a stomachache. Maybe I shouldn't eat candy. I don't want that one with this one. I want this one with this one. Okay, so I'm kind of being picky about it. Hi, Linda. And fake teeth suck. Okay, okay. Binding, yes, on the miter corner. Turning and sewing on the joining. Turning, okay. Yes, on the miter corner. Then turning, sewing on the joining. I have no idea what that means, unless I just lost myself in something I said. All that hard plastic on over for your mouth. Oh, okay, I know what you mean. My dad has dentures, so, but he has the problem where the glue don't stay in his mouth. He's a smoker, and I guess the smoking dries your mouth out enough to where that something happens with the glue and it doesn't stay. And he's tried like every single kind of denture glue. But we always attribute it to what the doctor said is that they're the dentist, that smoking dries your mouth out, and that he should have. Hold on, I'm gonna pair these up real quick. Put this one with this one. This one with this one. No, that one with that one. This one with this one. And this one with that one. Aha! Okay. Making sure that they're moved around really nicely. Oh. Sewing it from the front. Sewing it onto the back and flipping it to the front and then sewing it. Is that what you mean? Have you never tried that before? Not sewing off the end, turning next edge and catching miter. Oh, you mean not sewing off the corner? Yeah, I don't do that. I've never done that to close it. Pretty sure that's what you're meaning. Yeah, I've never done that. I've seen tons of people do it, but I don't know. I don't think that, to me, that way just seems more work, like pivoting and doing all this and trying to make it line up and going off the edge and doing this and making it go this. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it works. I don't know. For me, it doesn't. But I'm different. I do everything differently. And I teach you guys my everything differently because if you haven't noticed, a lot of things I do work. And not just work, but they're faster, easier, and quilter friendly. You know? It's like, I don't know. I just picked it up and this is what I do. So I make things work. And I still have efficient, 100% efficient, non-fall apart quilts. Like everything is amazing. It works great. It lays flat. It washes nicely. I mean, I don't have any problems. I do have one problem. Fabric is just too expensive. Oh, maybe I should take up another hobby. Just kidding. That is a problem, though. It's kind of weird, too, because clothing is cheaper than buying fabric. You can buy yourself an outfit for cheaper than that you buy 1 yard for. You know that, right? You go to a quilt store and you pay upwards of, say, we'll just use the $16.99, you know, for boutique, an island's boutique or something. Some places are probably more, but I was just at the quilt store today, so I know. Or I should say yesterday now, but I was just there. So say it's $16.99, and that's the sale price. You can go to Ross, and you can get yourself a top and a pair of stretch pants. Stretch pants are going to be $4. The top is going to be $5.99 or whatever. You haven't even spent $16 yet, and you already have yourself an outfit. I mean, seriously? So, clothing is, if the price of clothing will go up, maybe fabric prices will come down. It's so weird. And you can't use fabric, you know, clothing fabric for quilting. I mean, this is a stretch shirt. There's no way that's going to work in quilting, you know? All right, so let me finger press these, and then after I finger press, then I'll go to the iron. I want to make sure they lay flat before I get over there, or mostly flat. Yours makes more sense. Okay, awesome. I know I haven't been able to show, like, there's a couple videos where we tried our best for the camera to come in and look at what I was doing. I'm pretty sure there's one with binding, but don't quote me on it. I'm not 100% sure, but you'll have to look. I've done binding in a lot of videos, so If you need help, just refer to one of my videos that has me doing binding. All right, let's go press. Yeah, but then you still got to pay for that, the interfacing. All right, I'm going to bring this over with me because I'm stuck on a charger right now. My iron is still on. Oh, and for those just joining, I did finish this in the Facebook group live. So if you're new to my channel or you're not subscribed to the Facebook group, I long-armed this in the Facebook group. This is the one I did called Simple Slice, the pattern I designed. So if you're wondering, because you can kind of see it in the background. So if you're wondering about it, that's what I did a little bit ago. Okay, so this strip unit is 100% a lot shorter than the other ones. That's okay because I'm having fun. Ooh, and that steam made that smell of the fabric softener that I used. Oh, it smells so good. Like, so very good. I wish my sheets stayed smelling like that. Oh, where did the comments go? Pretty, when did you start that? I started it. I went to the quilt store, got home. So like 11:30 in the morning, and then I quilted half of it before nap time, probably like an hour and a half, and then I quilted about 20 minutes worth before I said, you know what, I'll just do this on Facebook Live. And so I turned Facebook Live on and finished the last a little bit over a quarter of it. And that was just a little bit ago today. Well, not today, because technically it was yesterday now, because we are in Insomniac hours, and it is after midnight. It is actually now after 1 a.m. for me. I gotta make these last ones quick, or else I'm gonna have to finish this another Insomniac night, because I've already been on here for an hour. Because I came on it a little bit after 12. So I've already been on for an hour. Love it. Wow. Thank you. It'll be bound later today, since it's now today, you know. It'll get bound today sometime. All right, let's do single cuts on the rest. That way everything kind of looks good. All right, so I'm going to come back over here. We're going to turn the camera. I'm going to just bring all this over here with me. Pretty sure those are the edges I lined up. We're going to trim these nice and flush. I'll start with this one. Line it up on a line. Make sure I get all those ends. Nice, nice, nice. And we'll put this one right here. Lining it up. Kind of looks like a slice and dice. It's something I designed, and I just called it Simple Slice, and the directions in the video tell you top corner, bottom corner, and I wrote a pattern for it. I mean, I wrote a directions for it. It doesn't have no visual. You have to actually watch the video for the cut sizes and stuff. But yeah, there's a pattern for it as well. All right. Cut me a nice straight line on this set. Right over here, cut me a nice straight line on this set. Right there, right there. Okay. Away, trash. Away, trash. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to do 2 3/4 on one set. And then, okay, we need to put this on a line so that I can do this, because I don't have a ruler that big. So That's 6. And that's more than half. Let's make sure that I'm getting all those pieces in there. Ooh, we come down to about right there. So 6 1/4. It looks like I'm wasting quite a bit with this set. Because look, one of the strips was really tiny. Okay. So that's 2 3/4, 6 1/4. Only 2 cuts from this set. So we're just going to move this over here. I'm going to put this on the bottom and do that setup. Now let's do a totally different number on this next one and final one. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 inch, and whatever the rest turns out to be. So 4, and let's see all the way to the bottom. Oh my God, that one's so short. So we're just going to do 5, 4 inch and a 5 inch, because there's no way that's going to work out under there. Did they even hit it? Looks like it. Looks like it. Okay. Whew, that was a close one. All right, so 2 3/4, 6 1/4, 4 inch and 5 inch, and that should complete all of these. So again, I'm going to take one and put it to the bottom and just matching them up. All right. Now I'm going to just fastly sew all these by actually making it even quicker. Grab 1, 2, 1. We're going to do this the quick like way because I'm faster when I do things the quick like way. So there's 6 and 7. So I'm going to get 7 pieces every time. Watch this. We're going to do this the fast and the easy way for me. We're going to do about that big. Cut. And about that big. Cut. There we go. Don't need any more. Okay. So this goes for this setup. And this will go in between this setup, like that. Ta-da! And then all we have to do is the subcuts in a little bit. What the heck happened on this pile? Not matched. It didn't catch that end on this one. So that's nice and straight. This side missed an end. So it wasn't 6 1/4. I need to change that to, we're just going to take it down to 6 inches on both sides because I don't know how that happened. So I'm just going to line it in the middle and take it down to 6 inches. On the one that has one that's 2 3/4, and this one is now 6 instead of 6 1/4 because of the whole non-matching ends. So that one had a little bit more waste than I had anticipated. We're going to make this work. I must make 2 quilt of Valors for Christmas, thinking that might work. I need something quick for not so quilt worthy brother and brother-in-law Navy. Then go down and look at some of my layer cake. There's Simple Slice, Layer Cake Madness. Hold on, I'm thinking. I don't know, just find one of mine that are done with layer cakes. Simple. All right. Oh, look, my phone is finally charged. And going off, but that's okay. All right. Now I do not have to do any cutting in between. Look at that. So I can actually just put my scissors back there. They're out of my way. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab this pile, and now I'm going to sew them over and over and over. Press and sew the others. So there's a little bit of waste with what I'm doing, and there's going to be a little bit more when I go to join, when I go to subcut all that other stuff, because none of these were really even, which you guys saw. I'm going to put this here now so that I can see better. All right. I want to keep navy print large. Did not want to slice it up. So make just, is it a layer cake or something, or is it just fabric? That one, a reason why I did what I did for simple slice is because it keeps the pieces large. The print. It's specifically designed for large print layer cakes. Hi, Shelly. Morning. Morning to you. Welcome to my zoo. My crazy Insomniac zoo. Might just be running out of a bobbin. Exactly what I thought. I knew it sounded weird. Yeah, I would just cut, into something and just do 10-inch squares and do a regular just square to a different color square to a different color square. If you are giving it to someone who's not quilt worthy, don't wow them. I've read a bazillion posts from people who have been gifting quilts to not quilt worthy people, and they were so beautiful. The piecing, all the time involved. If somebody's not quilt worthy, don't spend the time. Just throw a bunch of squares together in a row, big squares. Throw a bunch more in a different row and a different row until you have whatever size you need to make. Whether it be lap, twin, full, king, queen, so on and so forth. I mean, it's still interesting. It's just traditional. Plus, quilts like that are fun to quilt because you can quilt something different in every square, like I do with mine, because that's what my quilt on my bed is. I free motion quilted something different in every square. All right, now to separate. Did I say hi, Shelly? I think I did. I'm not sure. My brain doesn't work at this hour, so I don't really know. I'm mindlessly working here. So what comes out of my mouth and head is just random. Just kidding. I mean, it probably is, but, All right. Sew these through. We're going to sew the next ones through, and then you guys are going to help me make up my mind. You think you can help me make up my mind on what the next step should be? I think you can help me make up my mind. Now my screen has one of those things again on it. I gotta figure out how to turn these notifications off. No way. They would appreciate any design. Their dogs might like them more. That sucks. And I have no idea what just happened here. Oh, there we go. My computer opened another window. How dumb. Okay. No way they would appreciate any design. Their dogs might like them more. That's sad. Then don't make a quilt. Or is it a have to because It was a specifically asked for gift. This is going to be a really, really, really nice quilt. You know that? You know why? Because, well, I'm just randomly doing something, have no clue, never had a plan, just started sewing, cutting and sewing. These are always the best kind of quilts, too. So it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to be like, do I want to sell it? Or am I going to convince Scott that it's okay that I need another quilt? Because if you guys haven't noticed in the background, I kind of have too many. And in my room, I have a ton. But the ones that go in my bedroom are permanent quilts. They belong to us. One of them might even, you know, when you write on paper and it's called bubble writing, I bubble wrote our last name into the quilt. So technically, I mean, who's going to buy it? Unless they have the same last name as us, you know. And actually, since I've been married to Scott, I've never met anyone with the same last name as us. All right, 2 more pieces, and then this set is done. And I'm actually gonna forgo on the pressing this set until after I press this set, or after I sew that set. So I have a bunch of sets now that are 3 pieces. Now those a bunch, and then there's some that are 4 pieces, and now these are all the 2-piece sets. So I should have a good balance of pieces. I just now need to figure out what I'm going to do with them all. Whether it be subcutting or I can't sew them end to end because they're totally different sizes now. Alright, so these are now done. Let's at least snip them apart. So this video is now a part 2 for anybody that's just joining, and it'll probably have a part 3, which would be me insomniacingly. I like that word, insomniacingly. Anyways, it'll probably be me subcutting everything and figuring out what and how and where to place it all to create blocks of either similar width, you know, and it doesn't matter lengthwise, as long as I turn them into similar widths, then I can go ahead and make rows and nothing will line up. It will be random. So I think it'll be quite a fun little quilt. Girl needs quilts for insulation. It gets cold. Cuts heating bill. Yeah, we don't use our heat. I know it seems weird, and yes, it does get cold here, but we don't use our heat. We are a blanket family. You guys know, and I've told you, Scott doesn't sleep with me. He sleeps on the couch because this right here. If I was to go to bed, I'd wake him, and he's a really light sleeper. So it's easier for him to just sleep in another room. And obviously, he doesn't get a bedroom to sleep in because I, you know, have this room, which is the 3rd room in the house, you know. It's only a 3-bedroom. If we had a bigger house, then he would have his own room and I'd have my own room. But yeah, I made him his quilt purposely. I would have never made my husband his own quilt unless it was like a little lap or something for the couch. But I actually made him his own big size quilt so that he has his own to sleep nice and comfortably in the winter and be nice and warm and bunched up under his own big, huge quilt. And then I have 2 that fit on my bed. But I only use one because the second one I don't think I'm going to keep. I think I'm going to get rid of it and make something different because it doesn't match my bedroom style, I guess. Which I really have no style in my bedroom, honestly. I just whatever about it. But I don't know. It's just not. It's not my bed. It doesn't fit my bed right. I mean, it does fit. You know what I mean? It's not me. I mean, it is me, but it's not. But yeah, I use 2 quilts in the winter time, plus a blanket and a comforter. I like a lot of weight on me. I'm one of those people that would probably fare really good with a weighted blanket. And there's so much dust right now coming off my machine. Ugh. It's time for a cleaning, that's for sure. Alright, again, I'm pressing the dark. It's nice. I have yet to make my husband a quilt. I'm helping him make his quilt. This checkerboard design. Oh, okay. Checkerboard design. Yeah, my husband wouldn't design his own, but he has his own because I had to make him one. And we are both obsessed with wolves, so I made him a wolf one. And I did it in record time. I had all the work jobs that I had for quilting done before, because I had a lot of Christmas type jobs. And like 3 days before Christmas, I had already bought the panel and the fabric secretly, but I had no time with all the customer projects to get any sewing done or designing or anything. And in 3 days, I managed to hide from him, because he was here this whole entire time, me putting his quilt together. He didn't know. I did it in 3 days. I'm pretty sure he probably almost saw it on the long arm, but Justin was here at the time when I made it, and he helped me cover the long arm completely with sheets and blankets so that so Scott would not see what's on the frame. Justin was kind of a lot of help because he kept Scott from coming into the areas that I was, so that he wouldn't see his quilt, because I really wanted it to be a surprise. Just saying, insulation is a good reason to keep another quilt. Definitely. That's my problem, hiding it from my man. You'll figure something out. I mean, it's kind of hard. Trust me, Scott comes in. You guys saw, he comes in here all the time wondering what I'm doing. And yeah, he came in here quite a bit. And that was back when my desk was over here on this, on this wall. And he could see everything even closer. Like right now, if I had my ironing board and stuff in the way, he would at least not be able to 100% see what I'm doing. But I'm not making him another one, He doesn't need 2. I am going to make a wall hanging or something for me and him, though. Besides my Dresden one that I already made, but I'm thinking about making one for the living room. A wall hanging of some sort that kind of goes along with mine and his wolf theme. Because I have plenty of wall space in the living room for a nice sized wall hanging. How many of you guys are still here watching? Oh, there's 16 of you guys. Wow! Isn't it lovely to have a bunch of insomniacs to hang out with? Although for some of you, it's probably morning by now, huh? Because it's 1:30 here. It's 1:37 to be exact. Okay, Misty's still here. Linda's still here. Vicky's here. Shelly's here. Wow, it's really early for you, Shelly. Oh my God. Brenda is here, obviously. Simple Dresden Turkey online. Tail Feathers was the Dresden Blade. I saw it too. Did you watch it on Missouri Star Quilt Company? Because that's what I saw. They teach how to make it. Linda's also 4:30. Wow, guys, you guys are up in the early morning. All right, let's go press these 2 sets. I'm still going to keep them separated because I'm going to be making weird sized blocks from this. I think I know what I'm going to do now. Sort of. I think I sort of know what I'm going to do. So we're going to press these. So I'm going to put this pile here for now. Notice that my ironing board has now become the landing zone for all this stuff. All right, so I'm just going to keep the seam and fold it back in hopes that it doesn't get messed up while I'm doing this. All right, so I put those ones this way now. I have no idea what's going to happen here once I start subcutting, but I'm going to have some fun with it. Notice I'm not using too much steam because I'm out of water almost, and I can't leave my room because I have the bottom of the door covered so that it doesn't echo sound out from the sewing machine. And if I leave my room to fill up all my water bottles, that will wake people. So I'd rather leave my room with the lights off. When I'm finished, I turn all the lights off and then walk out in the dark, and it's dark in the house, so that I don't take the chances of waking anybody. Like I said, this house is, well, not full of light sleepers. There's one. It's called my husband. I'm a light sleeper too, though, when I do sleep. And then when I'm super tired or been up for days, then I actually am not. I'm a heavy sleeper. Really, really heavy. But I do wake to sound and smell. So if I smell like, I don't know, candle burned out, or just weird everyday smells, like, I don't know, say the smell of floor cleaner, like if one of the kids is doing chores or something, and I smell floor cleaner, it'll wake me if I'm sleeping. I'm very sensitive to smells. Yes, thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. All right, almost done. So I'm thinking about subcutting them all exactly the same, every single one of these piles. First, I'm going to straighten them, the tops, and then I'm going to measure, see what number I get, and then divide it by another number and see what my final cuts will be, and then build from there, still using the butter color or buttercream color to go in between everything, still just in a different direction. That's what I'm thinking of doing, because now everything is going to be different. All the rows will not be the same, and if the rows don't line up, or one's too big and one's too small, I will be adding more of the buttercream color to offset the difference in size, because I know some of these are longer than others. So let me turn the camera around now. Everything is nice and pressed, and we're going to try the first pile first. Bring all of these over here. So here are my pretty so far blocks, but you can tell I do need to trim them because they're all funky sizes. So we're going to start with the first pile, everything going this one direction. And there's no way that I'm going to be able to stack them without staggering them, because if you stack them, you're going to have too many seams. So I'm going to line it up on like a line. I'm going to use the mat as a line, and I'm going to stagger all these seams, lining every single piece up over and over. I like to cut really close to the edge. I don't want to lose too much of the fabric, so you can see I'm just making sure that I don't lose too much fabric, as well as the fabric crosses over the line, because I don't want to lose it. I also need these to be straight, so I am lining this up, and that did not stay when I adjusted it. So we want to stay right there on that line, because I know that those edges are straight. Oh my goodness, stay. I have to cut them all at the same time. You know why? Because we are not going to know if these are all going to be the same size, unfortunately. So I'm going to stagger them, making sure every line is being crossed, as well as I have a nice straight piece right there, right there, right there. Everything's straight. I'm using the lines here and here, you know, to make sure that these are lined up too. So if it's touching there, it looks good. So let's lay this one on here, using a line. Right there and right there. Just pressing over. That's what I want. 3 more pieces. I really feel the need to burp. Whew. I'm trying to hold back because my burping is loud. Kind of like when you guys heard my daughter burp in videos. Notice I'm not in pajamas today, guys. I managed to wear my street clothes all day. And when I say street clothes, I'm really saying I'm actually dressed to go out in public. Because normally I wear pajamas constantly. And or I'll put my shirts on for videos. Other than that, I'm 100% a pajama girl. All the way. Alright, I'm going to slide these down a couple lines so I don't have to reach that far. Right here. Everything's crossing over, nice and flat, nice and flush. Grab a ruler. We're going to cut using a weight, only because there's a lot of seams, and I want to make sure I get everything. I'm trying to just make one nice straight line. But there's seams that I have to cut through now, so I am too useless. I have to leave the house. You too, Linda. Linda has to leave the house. Yeah, I don't leave the house much. But when I do, I leave the house in pajamas. But sometimes I put regular clothes on. And
I'm really pressing because I want those seams done. So let's see how many inches now we got going on here. I started at the 10. I put it on the 10 line purposely so I can see. So we have 18, 19, and it looks like 19 inches is going to be the cut. So on the 19, I mean, it's 9 inches. So these are going to be 9 inches wide. And I'm hoping that the rest of these end up 9 inches wide. But this is not going to be the final cut either, because I think I want to do more to it. And that's why I should come back tomorrow's Insomniac night, or the next day, depending on when I finish, and finish up. We're going to see right now what happens here once it's 9 inches, because I'm going to have more of them that need to be 9 inches by whatever their length is, because I don't even know their length. Alright, so it's on 19, on 19. Checking twice, cutting once, guys. Okay, the seam that did not cut. There we go. So this is the waist so far. I mean, it's not much. Honestly, it would be just like wasting the salvage end of something. So I'm not even saving any of that. I'm just throwing it in the garbage. All right, so now I have these pieces, which are 9 inch by 9 by 7/8. All right, 9 inches by 9 7/8 inches. And they should all be the same. 9, so yep, 9 7/8. That's a weird number. I'm going to line this back up on here because I don't think I want that to be my only cut. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to play with the calculator for a second. All right, Linda's going back to bed. Good night, Linda. Have a good night. Brenda, I'm so jealous. I work in a dental lab. I have to put scrubs on. Sure wish I could stay in my jammies. That's what I get for being at home and working from home and doing everything from home. Wow, I just don't ever do anything else but be home. Alright. Okay, going back to bed. I already saw that. And that's what James and have. Okay, alright, guys. So, I have decided to not decide tonight. Makes sense? I've decided to not decide tonight. So, what I am going to do, though, but before I come back on tomorrow, even though this is an Insomniac project, I am going to trim every single one of these piles to 9 inches. So, from here to here will be 9 inches. And then this is 9 7/8. The next one will probably be 9 and whatever, and the other one will probably be, they'll all be different sizes, but that's okay because we're going to make this work and it's going to be awesome. So far I'm just going to leave this right here as 9 inches. I'm going to take my thinking cap on. It's not on. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put my thinking cap on tomorrow. That's what I was trying to say. And then see what I can see from this after they're all trimmed. But I'm kind of right now at that point where I think I'm just going to cut them at 4.5 inches, you know, and then start building something. So most of these all end, yeah, so okay. So every single one of these strip set units that I have made, they all end, they begin and end with the colors. So what will happen is joining them will also have me be putting a strip in, but I think I'm going to choose a different size for the joinings so that you can tell the difference. So remind myself in this video, I'm reminding myself that I think I'm going to do that. When I join everything together, I'm going to use this buttercream color, but a different size. These were 2-inch strips. I think I'm going to cut 1.5-inch strips or less for the joining. And I think that'll change the look, almost like street maps and or like a puzzle or something, you know what I mean, where everything's different, or like a Pac-Man path, or you know what I mean, it'll be different. So all right, I am living, you are living your dream. Living your dream, how funny. I'm living mine. Stay at home, quilt, watch kids, be me. Just be me. All right, guys, I am tip this just a little, so I'm gonna get off of here tonight. I hope everybody gets some sleep finally, and if you're actually up because you had to go to work, have a good day at work. For me, I'm just gonna go have smoke, think about food because my stomach is saying feed me, but I can't make food right now. I'm just gonna go and sit in bed and watch TV probably until I feel even more tired. So other than that, that's it for tonight. I will decide tomorrow. And if I don't get them all trimmed down to 9 inches in the width now, then I'll just do it later. So tomorrow. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget, if you are new to my channel, head down here, this side right there. There's a red button. It says subscribe. Subscribe to that. Like my videos. Like them, like them, like them, and share them. Because I need to get beyond 1,000. I'm not saying I need 100,000. I just need to be more than 1,000 subscribers so that I can take the YouTube experience to the next level by using another device, and it'll be clear. And we can like zoom in and go close and do all those things. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys had a good time hanging out with me while insomniacking with you. So other than that, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.